Because if it's not about changing lives, it's not worth doing. Is that right?
Blessings come in different packages.
Collaboration over competition. I think we need more community over competition. That's enough for us all here to win.
With Black EXP Network, it's a safe space.
People that think like me, shared experiences.
Preparation for ownership, protecting our assets, and so that we can prosper.
One of the greatest things of being with EXP Realty is having multiple streams of income.
Let me tell you all, EXP Realty is the only brokerage that really allows an agent to build wealth for generations to come. People will have you to believe that EXP is a recruiting company, but statistical data, real live data, says only 18% of the 89,000 agents at our brokerage have one agent under them.
When I joined EXP, as you know, it is a virtual brokerage. So you're kind of just trying to figure out where your tribe is, where your community is. Through our online platforms, I found Black EXP Network, and at one of our events, I started to connect with people in person. And so from that, I've been able to establish relationships and build friendships, and it's like family.
If you're going to build an organization, you need to build from a place of servitude and giving.
So I'm here with Antoine Williams with 365 Sprints to assist us with helping with our movement to grow by giving us a platform with his website, with merch that will assist us in funding our educational and networking events for the Black EXP Network nationally and internationally. All right, so is it ready to go?
Yes, sir. The site is live. The site is ready to go.
I were to go
Black EXP. Yes, sir.
BlackEXP.com.
.com. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Right. So I see we have t-shirts. I see we have hoodies. Do you think we're going to have in the future coming maybe some caps, some cups, anything else?
Oh man, we're going to have lanyards. We're going to have hats, beanies, cups, coffee mugs. If you can think of it, we're going to put Black EXP on it. Yes, sir.
Well, I love that.
Yes,
so for those that are watching right now, if you have any ideas, man, apparently Antoine said he can get it on here. So
absolutely.
We can do this.
Yes, sir.
So Antoine,
absolutely.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you helping us with our cause and this movement for Black agents. Well, thanks again, and look forward to working with you.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
One practice that I actually coach is if you want to be on social media, and this is for everybody, not just high eyes. You want to be on social media, but you're like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to get on this camera. If you have a phone, I challenge you. Maybe this is homework, Michelle, for everybody. I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to bust out your phone and do this 3 times a day. To people who know, like, and trust you, like for real, like they love you. Like if they saw you across the street, they run across the street to engage you. All you do is you take out your messaging app. You record a quick 10 to 15 second video. Hey, XYZ, I was just thinking about you. I hope that you have an amazing day. And then hit send. No filters. No, don't go back and redo it because you said something funny. I promise you, if you do this, you will start to boost your confidence. And then what happens is you'll see how engaged people are. If you send that quick 10, 15 second video, I swear by it. Truly, I do. I do this every day. That's part of my daily operating. Those are the things that I do on a daily basis. So push past your fear. If you're afraid to be on video, do that. Start there. 3 videos a day.
Get ready for the most talked about event of the year, the Black EXP Network Mega Yacht Party. This isn't just a party, it's an experience. Step aboard a luxury mega yacht, surrounded by top agents, industry leaders from across the country, and Black excellence, baby. Network, celebrate, and vibe. From the moment you step on deck, you'll know this is where luxury meets legacy. Limited pre-sale tickets will be opening soon, so don't wait. These will go fast. Mark your calendar and stay tuned, because this is one night you don't want to miss.
Good day, everyone. It is your favorite MBA realtor. How's everyone doing today? Let me see where you guys are calling in from. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Let me know, where are you tapping in from today? Okay, I see. Oh, we got Baskin Rouge in the house. Welcome, welcome, Baskin Rouge. St. Louis is in the house. Good day, St. Louis. Who else we got in the building? ATL, stand up. I see you. Atlanta, welcome. Tennessee is in the house. We got North Carolina. Wow, we got a nice mixture of people. Virginia is in the building. Thank you so much for joining us today. We got Houston. Hello, hello. Yes, Atlanta is in the building. Florida, welcome you guys. Hello. I hope everyone's doing all right on the East Coast with all this rain. I heard on the West Coast, y'all got rain too. I know that is a surprise for y'all. Because it doesn't rain in California, they say, right? So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our tribe training. We got Charlotte, North Carolina in the house. We got Florida in the house. I am so happy to see you guys here. Tap in, send the link to another realtor friend of yours, because we got some juicy stuff that we're going to do today. And I want you guys to get all the information and nuggets right here at our tribe training. So what is going on? Like, you guys, I have been through some things with social media, I've got to say, and it is a phenomenal piece and a tool for you guys to really reach your audience, right? So I need you guys to come on, tap in, send a link, go live if you need to. Go ahead and share the word about what we're going to do today. I want you guys to, we got to get these numbers up. We don't got enough people in the room today. So go ahead and share the link with somebody. I want to know, who is coming to our yacht party? Is anybody going to join us on the yacht party? We are going to have a phenomenal time. I want you to put it in the chat. Were you at our yacht party last year? Put it in the chat, yacht. If you were at our yacht party last year, we had an all-white affair at our EXPCon event, and it was amazing. You know, it was a bunch of networking. It was a whole lot of partying and enjoying each other, and, you know, good food, good vibes. Okay, we got yacht in the chat. I see y'all putting yacht in the chat. I hope y'all there again this year. Come through, come by, let's network, let's meet each other. Let's like really socialize, you know? It's okay to have these virtual events, that's cool and all, but let's do some in-person stuff, you know? So we really can get to know each other. Yes, yacht baby, yes, come on. So this year we're having an all-black affair, very elegant and fancy. So if you are interested, make sure you tap in. Go to our website, the Black EXP Network /yacht, and you can go ahead and get your tickets from there. Now, I'll give y'all a little hint. If anybody who DMs me, I could go ahead and send you a little bit of a potential discount code. So I hope everyone is ready for what we got going on today. I see our numbers are going up a little bit. Hello, hello. I see some of my ATL family in the building. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. We're going to dive into social media and the importance of social media. I don't know, but did you know that 93% of marketers say that videos deliver a stronger ROI? You know, with short form videos now, they're top tier. And with Instagram and Facebook, this is what is being pushed, right? There's a proven way to convert leads by utilizing your reels, right? Your audience is already watching reels all day. So all you need to do is be part of that, right? So about 30% of the videos are viewed either on Facebook or Instagram, and we have to be a part of those numbers. So I'm going to lay out the red carpet right now for our queen that is going to bless us right now. But we have up next a dynamic leader. She's refining the social media real estate game. The queen, Miss Demeeka Cobb, hails from Florida and Georgia, and she's a broker associate, a mom of four, a motivational speaker, and a social media trailblazer. Demeeka went from 0 followers to 300 followers in just 6 months. Did y'all hear that? And I do believe Miss Demeeka is at 400 and something odd people by now, Demeeka. Is that right?
Something like that. Well, across all platforms, I think it's over 1 million now, but yes.
When I tell you, we got the queen of social media here. So I want you to please help me to welcome this influencer, Miss Demeeka Cobb. Thank you for coming, Miss Demeeka.
Hey, everyone. Hey, awesome. So I'm super excited to be here. I used to do these type of presentations all the time, kind of took a little break. I moved to the ATL, so welcome all y'all ATLians. I'm here as well. Y'all know I came from Orlando, so I'm super excited to do this today and hopefully get you guys excited and engaged. I want this call today to be an engaging call. If you're getting bored, let me know, put something in the chat, because I want you guys to be engaged and actually learn something and actually take advantage of the information I'm giving you guys, and actually start on social media if you haven't already, or start to continue to boost your social media if you're already on there now. So I say, let's go ahead and get started. Mario, if you can bring up the presentation, I will get started. All right. So again, I kind of hate presentations, y'all. I have it here just to keep me on track. But this is going to be engaging for you guys, so I'm super excited. So today we're talking about Reels to Deals. The whole goal here is for you guys to figure out how to use social media, take that client on social media, have them find you and put them into your funnel and bring them in and close them and earn a commission check, because really at the end of the day, that's what we're all here for. So a little bit about me. I'm actually a mom of 4. My oldest is 22 years old and my youngest is actually 5. So I'm handling momhood while also doing this. I'm a Florida and Georgia realtor, so I'm licensed in both states. I'm actually a broker associate in both states as well. I founded my coaching, which is a $1 Million Introvert program. I am an introvert and I'm a wealth influencer. So I love to do this. So that tells you right there, I'm just an average person. I didn't have social media before I started any of this for real estate. So if I can do it, I promise you guys can do it too. I'm a mom and I have the whole 9, right? So it's not like I have a lot of free time on my hands. So if I can do it, you guys can do it too. So I want you guys to guess really quick. What do you think I did before I started real estate? Remember, I just got licensed in 2020. What do you think I did? Take a guess. Don't be shy. Come up with anything. A nurse. Okay, a nurse. Okay. Let's see. Anybody else? I know that gap, I'm telling you. Okay. A teacher. Okay, I might as well have been a teacher, right? I feel like that's what I do every day on social media. A teacher, a social worker, HR manager. Nobody got it right, but I will tell you, okay, I used to be, so you probably think I'm a nurse based on this picture, but I used to be a senior project manager for a very well-known healthcare organization in Orlando. I did that for probably 10 years total. I was working at other organizations as well, but I love doing this. I made, close to $200,000 doing this job. It was a simple 9-to-5 job, organize people, do my thing. If you know project management, you kind of know it's like you're herding cats the whole time is what you're doing. But I made a lot of money, but I didn't feel fulfilled in what I was doing, which is why I kind of branched into real estate, which is what I do today. I let that job go, and here I am now, and very successful doing what I do in real estate because of social media. And did y'all see me in the front? I know I didn't point myself out, but clearly I look the same. I know you can tell my eyes. This was during COVID, okay? But that's me right there at the front. Okay, so you probably are wondering why I listen to me. I don't know how many of you guys know me already. If you know of me already, can you like drop a thumbs up or a fire in the chat? I don't know. Drop something. But why should you listen to me? So usually on an average month, I get about 3 million video views every single month across all my platforms. I have over 1 million followers, like I mentioned earlier. I've negotiated over 6 figures in brand deals since I've been doing this. I have made multiple 6 figures in passive income. And I know in that little intro we had, it talked about realtors having passive income streams. That's so important in this business. I'm not talking about that today, but maybe one day I can come back and talk about that more. I was a previous TV host for Emmy-nominated American Dream TV. #1 best-selling author, and I cap with eXp Realty in 3 months. And now I get to do this. So I'm super excited to be here today. Again, I want this to be as engaging as possible for you guys. If you haven't found me or you don't know me already, please just follow me on at I am Demeeka Cobb on all my platforms. And that way you guys can get some inspiration from me too. Let's see. Tracy, you mentor my daughter? That's amazing. Awesome. All right. So here we go. So I want you to throw a fire in the chat right now if you are using social media today in any capacity. I don't care what it is. If you got a Facebook page and you post once a year, I don't care if you are on social media and you use it, throw a fire in the chat right now. I'm waiting. Don't tell me nobody's doing social media right now. Okay, Jasmine. Okay, Joyce, LaDonna, Loretta, Tanya. Okay, we got a lot of people in here. So you guys are using social media, kind of getting it going. I love that. Okay, now I want you to put a sad face in the chat. If you only use Facebook for your business, only Facebook, you don't have a TikTok account, you only post 1 to 5 times per week, you never post reels or TikToks with your face in it, you don't have a YouTube channel, and you pay a company to handle your social media. Now, be honest here. I want to see some sad faces if this is true. If any of these are true, any of them, not all of them, but any of them. Okay, I see some honesty. I see a lot of fire, so I love that. I see some honesty here. That's right. That's right. We're here for full transparency today because you are missing out on business. I'm going to tell you right now, you're missing out on business. So again, your absence on social media is costing you business. And I can guarantee if you just stay consistent on social media, even if you posted a random video every day, you're going to do better than the other person that's not doing anything on social media. Okay. So now that we've all admitted that we have a problem, let's try to solve that today. All right. So let's talk about your brand first. So I want you to understand that your business is comprised of a lot of things, right? But when we look high level, 50,000 foot view, it's 20% operations and 80% brand strategy. So if you look online for yourself and you can't find yourself when you Google your name, that tells you right there, your brand is not resonating with people. They are not finding you and they can't figure out who you are to be able to do business with you. So I want you guys to do a little bit of homework, or you can do it right now. Google your name and see what pops up. Okay. So for me, when I Google my name, Demeeka Cobb, everything about me pops up, right? You got my website, you've got Instagram, you've got realtor.com, you've got LinkedIn, you've got my Google business panel, you've got everything, right? So I want you guys to Google yourself. And if you can't find yourself, that means nobody else can either. So imagine when you're on social media, people, first of all, think social media is a scam all the time. So if they see you on Instagram, they're going to be like, I'm not sure if that person's a realtor. Let me go Google them and see for sure. And if they Google you and everything doesn't line up and they can't find you, that's a piece of business that you've lost. So we have to get really serious and intentional about what we're doing on social media because it's not just about the videos, okay? So I want you to ask yourself these questions. Number one, do you have a brand? And your brand is not just what are your colors and what's your logo. It's like, do you really have a brand? When people think of you, what do they think of, right? Do you really have a brand? Does it show authority? I don't care if you just started real estate today. You can fake it till you make it. We'll just call it that, right? You educate yourself, you put videos out, you may not know a thing because that's how I started. In 2020, when I started posting content, I had not closed one real estate transaction. I didn't know how to write one real estate contract, okay? But people believed that I was in a position of authority because of the way I presented my content, okay? You can make a person believe whatever you want to believe about you because it's your brand. So all I would say is just make sure that you're really putting your best foot forward, regardless if you know your stuff or not. Now I can run circles around anybody, right? But then I couldn't, and I still was getting business from social media. The other question is it cohesive? Is it cohesive? And I see a lot of questions in the chat. I'm going to get to them, I promise, but I want to try to make it through this. And then we'll try to come back and answer some of those questions. So is it cohesive? And what I mean by that is, do you have the same username on Instagram, that you have on YouTube, that you have on Facebook? If not, guess what? The internet cannot figure out that all of those profiles are the same person. Remember, when people Google you, that's how it shows up, because everything lines up. And Google is crawling the internet to figure out who's who and what's what and what goes together. If you don't make it easy for Google, they're not going to be able to help you, right? Help Google help you by making sure you have things cohesive. And then again, can people find you easily? So again, if you Google yourself, you can't find yourself. I can't find you either. Your next real estate client can't find you either. And then, do you command attention? When you put social media out, when you put content out, when you look at it, are you like, man, that's some great content right there. I would definitely hire that person. Or do you look at your video and you're like, man, this video is trash. Like, I literally didn't put any effort in, and here I am putting this content out and nobody's going to watch it. They're going to scroll past. Make sure you're putting out videos that you would actually watch and pay attention to yourself. It's very important. All right. And remember, it's not about just social media. It's not just about the videos that you put out on your phone. That's not it. I want to know, can you be found on Google? Do you have a branded website? If you don't have it today, I want you to go to GoDaddy or somewhere and get yourname.com. So like I have www.demeekacobb.com. Again, I'm presenting myself as an authority figure. If you have a Gmail email, I'm going to run circles around you every day because I present as a legit business. Okay. And I don't care if it's just me. I present as a legit business. So what are you doing today to make sure that you're presenting as a legit business, even as a unseasoned business owner, a new real estate agent? What are you doing? Right? Get rid of the Gmails today. Let's get us a domain account. Now, do you have backlinks on all your profiles? Meaning, if you have a TikTok, does it also have something to show where they can find you on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and so on and so forth? And then do you have automation? When a person finds you on social media, what happens? Do you rely on DMing them in the comments or DMing them on Instagram? Like, how do you make it happen? Do you have automation? If you don't, we're going to talk about that a little bit today to make sure that you have that in your business. And then overall, is your business omnipresent? Does anybody know what omnipresent is in the chat? Tell me. Does anybody know what omnipresent is? Anybody? I'll give you a second. Okay. So omnipresent means, being everywhere. There you go, being everywhere. So that means that you're everywhere. Literally, I should be able to open Facebook and then I open Instagram and I saw you again. And then I open TikTok and I saw you again. I don't care how tired people get of you. I don't care. Let them be tired, right? Keep putting that content out there on every single platform so that you're omnipresent. And no matter how much they try to escape you, they can't. This is just like Google. So you know how when you look at something on Amazon and then you go search up something on Google and then that same ad from Amazon pops up on Google, it's like, are they like paying attention to what I'm doing? Right? That's how you want to feel to people. And I know it feels very overwhelming and probably a little bit cringy, like, oh my God, my family, my friends are going to see me on there and they're going to laugh and do this and do that. Don't worry about that. Because if they were your client or whatever time they're going to be your client, they're going to be your client. But at some point, maybe they just unfollow you. That's fine. But I found that a lot of my own family and friends, they like what I do, right? And they reach out to me for guidance. I've closed deals with several of my family members and friends. So all I would say is, try to be as omnipresent as possible. All right, so let's talk about kickstarting all this. So a couple of things that you can do is, first of all, being present on social media, and that's being consistent on social media. Posting one time a week is not going to cut it. Even posting one time a day is not going to cut it. Remember, you're competing with a person like me to get visibility in the social media space. I'm posting 3 to 4 videos a day. Okay, so how can you compete with me posting 1 video a week? You can't do it. And I know it probably sounds overwhelming, but I told y'all already, I'm a mom. I've got children home with me all the time. And I'm going to school events and function and I'm closing deals and I'm this and I'm that. And I still find time. So starting today, we're going to stop making excuses for not being able to show up, right? Because it's our business that's suffering. It's our family that's suffering. It's our legacy that's suffering at the end of the day. Okay. The next thing I want you to do is understand your client avatar. Your client avatar is the person that you are trying to reach on social media. Remember, you cannot reach everybody. If you're trying to reach everybody, you're reaching nobody, because then the algorithm doesn't know who you're trying to reach, and you'll never get your content out to who you want to get it out to. And then we want to create some content that converts, obviously, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. Being able to create things that get people engaged and talking and wanting to do business with you, and then building automation into your business. That's the most key thing here. I feel like, I know we want to wait until it happens, right? Wait until we go viral. Wait until, business starts coming in to try to get everything in place. But if you do that, you're already too late. I literally started with a Google Sheet when I first started doing social media. And I was like, this is crazy. I don't even know social media. Nobody's going to catch on to this. Literally, I was getting 500 emails a day. Okay. I should have had systems in place, but I didn't have anybody to tell me that that's what I should have done. So please take my advice today. I'm going to give you guys a whole bunch of advice, and hopefully you use it and be able to improve your business. All right. So let's start in the chat. Which platform do you think you should focus on? Tell me in the chat. What platform do you think you should focus on? There's so many out there. IG, I like that. Okay. TikTok, I like that. I like TikTok. If y'all don't know me, I love some TikTok. TikTok, all of them, all. IG, YouTube. Yes. All. Instagram. Exactly. So I want to just give you guys some data. I'm a data girl, so I always want to know why things work the way they work and what is powering behind it. What are the numbers, right? So you'll look at this data from 2025. Facebook, of course, it's been around, I feel like, the longest. It has the most users, okay? Then YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and then the others. I mean, if you're on those, okay. But these are your top 4 social media users of 2025. Then let's talk about there's 5.2 billion social media users. Even if you tapped into 0.001% of that, what would that do for your business? That's what I mean when I kind of do these coaching sessions. Like, I don't want you guys to think like I need to have 1 million followers. I need to get 100,000 views on my video. Literally, you can get 200 video views on your video, and one of those 200 people is like, man, can you help me buy a house? Can you help me sell my house? Right? So I want you guys to understand, it's not about quantity. It's about quality of what you put out and trying to reach 0.001 of this. Okay. And then there's 8.9 new users every single second. And the average person spends about 2 hours a day on social media. So if you're not on social media right now, or you're not being consistent on social media, a person like me is going to run circles around what you're trying to do. So I need you to beef it up so that we can really get intentional about what we're doing on social media. All right. So top 4 contenders, I already mentioned this: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I think we kind of talked a little bit about this. What's the most important one? For me, what I'll say is number 1 is Instagram. Okay. Again, data for me. So this is my beacon. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's kind of like a link tree, but it's a different version. So this is my traffic in within like probably a quarter. I don't know, a quarter. So 32,000 people visited my link in bio. 76% of that came from Instagram. Okay. So when I say Instagram has more action takers, I'm not saying that just because I'm saying it. I'm saying it because it's true, because I have data behind that. I have more followers on TikTok, but only 17% came from TikTok. Right. So they're there for the fun. They love what I do, but they're not really taking action. We want action takers. So number 1 is Instagram for me. Number 2 is YouTube. I love YouTube. I am so bad because I'm sitting here preaching to you guys, but I have failed on my YouTube channel. Okay. I used to put out YouTube stuff all the time, but now I only put shorts, and I haven't focused on my long form content, but I'm getting back into that. And I want you guys to see what my analytics look like. So Basically, this is the last, I just basically pulled this today. So 139,000 views on my videos. I'm sorry if this is blurry. Hopefully you guys can see it. 224 hours of watch time the last 28 days, 47 new subs. And this is just from me posting shorts, just shorts alone. I haven't posted any long form content, which I'm putting up my first long form in the last 2.5 years tomorrow. So I'm holding myself accountable. So I'm hoping you guys can hold yourself accountable as well, because not only is this a way for you to attract clients, whether you do home tour video or you do educational videos, this is a way to build another passive income stream for yourself. There are YouTubers that are real estate YouTubers making tens of thousands of dollars every single month from posting on YouTube. So again, let's get ourselves together. Let's make sure that we understand that there is more to this social media than just getting clients. You can get so many other things out of this that we're leaving behind if we're not actually being consistent. All right, so let's talk about your client avatar. So everybody in the chat right now, you should know what your client avatar is. So I want you to put it out in the chat. What is the target client that you're targeting? Just throw some things out there. Who's your target audience? Is it first-time home buyers, veterans, divorcees, investors, empty nesters, luxury? Okay, veterans. I love veterans. Those are like my favorite. Who else? Who else? First-time home buyers. Okay. Who else? Nurses. I love that. See, that's a good piece of clientele because you know that they're making good income and they can qualify. 55s. Okay. The empty nesters, I like that. Middle-aged home buyers, perfect. So if you know who your client avatar is, look at your content. Look and see what you posted out there and see, does it resonate with that audience that you're trying to attract, or are you just putting out content just because, right? Because you should know everything about your avatar. And the way you figure this out is, right, so first of all, I would say when you're creating your client avatar, think first about what interests you about real estate. So I love new construction. I love helping first-time home buyers build that first piece of generational wealth. That's what I love to do, right? But and I think you'll find that what you are drawn to, you will also attract that type of client when you do your content, right? So you should know everything about your ideal client. How do they dress? Where do they live? How much money do they make? How old are they? What type of needs can you provide? What can you help them with, right? What problem can you confidently help your clients solve, right? And if you don't know the answers to these questions, like I mean down to the nitty gritty of what restaurants do they eat at? Do they read books? If they do, what type of books do they read, right? Because a lot of this is going to help you understand the psyche of your client and be able to create content that attracts that client because you understand their psyche. If you don't, that's what I mean. This content thing goes really, really deep. It's not as simple as just getting a content idea today and posting something. It goes a little bit deeper if you really want to be successful with this social media thing. All right, so let's see. All right, so how do we manage multiple platforms? I get this question all the time, and I tell you what, there is no easy way to do this. There are plenty of these apps out here that allow you to post on multiple platforms at one time. What I'll tell you about those is that's the easy way out, and it does not help you grow and attract clients like you would like. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because there's SEO in the back of all these videos that we create. So if you create on TikTok, it's going to have a TikTok SEO. Whether or not you see a watermark on that video or not, that video has SEO in the background. If you're on Instagram, same thing. So you always want to make sure that you kind of try to post in each app separately so that you don't have to worry about SEO being in the background and stifling your growth. Because if Instagram sees a TikTok video, it's like, no, we're not going to push this content because we don't want to push TikTok videos. All right. The next thing is I want you to find and review your data. So data is important. Remember, I said I'm a data girl. So I want you guys to find your data. Make sure, first of all, do you have the right type of account? You should have either a creator or a professional or a business account. Okay. Don't have a personal account because it doesn't give you access to the analytics that you need. And then once you do that, make sure you have your analytics turned on. So there is buttons inside all these apps that allow you to turn on your analytics and actually see what you're doing, right? So I can see my video views, I can see my profile views, I can see my likes, my comments. I can go in and actually see all the comments at once, so I can reply back to everybody if I wanted to. I really can't. I mean, literally, in a what is this? A 1 week window. And these are actually my own analytics, okay? In a 1 week window, I had 8,563 people comment and 954,000 video views. And I think this is TikTok and this is Instagram. So this was 1 month of data on Instagram, 3.9 million views, 392,000 accounts engaged, and then total followers, and then blah, blah, blah. So, and content I shared in that last month was 48 videos, okay? 48 videos. So I want you guys to understand, you have to be consistent. You have to continue putting out this content. You have to continue adding value to your target audience. Don't worry about what I'm posting, your neighbors posting, your fellow realtors posting. You have to understand your business, because we're all running a business here, and you have to understand who your client is. All right. And then you should track your data. So usually I would give students that were in my program a sheet to track their data. And did you know in your Instagram profile, you can track how many videos you posted, how many accounts were reached, engaged, followers. Those are normal. You can also track profile visits. You can track external link taps. So if you have a beacon or a link tree in your profile, you can actually see how many times someone has clicked that. And to me, that's super powerful data. Because you can see then, is your content creating enough traction and engagement for people to want to click your link in bio and figure out how to work with you, right? This is important. And then did you go live, and what's the top city your content is reaching? You can actually see the city, the state, the country, everything. You can see all of that information. And this is things you should be tracking just to see, are changes happening? Because a lot of times we focus on the big changes, right? But it's the little changes that still matter too, and the little wins. So we have to celebrate everything. We're not trying to get to 500,000 followers. We're just trying to get one person to pay us some attention, right? So we got 5 followers last week because we were consistent. That's what we want to see, because those are 5 people that really are engaged, and they thought that your content was great enough for them to pay attention, and they may want to do business with you in the future. All right, so let's talk about this lead machine thing, okay? And I'm just going to touch on this a little bit, but systems and automation is key. So you should have a process for your clients to follow. And I'm like, I feel like this light keeps going, flashing. I apologize if that's distracting, but I can see that in the camera. But automation is key. So you should have a process for your clients to follow. If there's any part of the process that's broken, they will feel that, and they will find the next realtor to help them. Okay. So first things first, you're going to create that piece of content that's going to convert, because we already know it's going to convert, because we already know who our client avatar is, and we know how their psyche works, and we're going to attract them. Okay. Then we want to make sure we have something in our link in bio so that they can click it. Right. And I wish I would have put a screenshot of my own link in bio. But for instance, I have my link in bio broken down for buyers, right? So book a call with me. For sellers, sell your home with me. And then I have, several other things. So I would say go on my profile if you guys would like. Take a look at what I do on my beacon, my link in bio, so you can see kind of how I set mine up, because people want to be able to follow a process and make sure things are working properly. So you can even do a test. Please don't everybody do that, because that's going to drive me crazy. But, you can go in there, you put in your information, then it takes you to a page to book a call with me, right? So I have a whole process in place. So link in bio is next. Website, right? We want our website. If you don't have a website today, you have to have one to get yourself ranked on Google. So I already told you, please go and buy your domain today with your name. Okay. So if we got Mario Dove, it should be www.mariodove.com. Okay. Bridget Freeman, same thing, right? And that could be your landing for everything. Right? Because not only are we real estate professionals, but I feel like we're therapists. We might be a little bit of all kind of stuff, right? So I would say get that. That way you have it if you don't have a personal website, and use it that way. You can go on mine if you want to take a look at what I do, DemeekaCobb.com, and kind of get an idea of what I mean by that. All right, then your client should, if you have a website, they should go into book a form, fill out a form. So I see a lot of people that use like the EXP Bold Trail, something like that, right? So if you use Bold, and somebody just said it, Sonia said Bold Trail. So if you have Bold Trail, right? So they come into there and they're looking at houses. Yeah, there's a way for them to message, and I feel like it's kind of a broken process. And then how do they book a call? What if they messaged you and you're at a listing appointment and you don't have a chance to get back to them? How can you make sure they book a call and they stay in the funnel, right? Because the minute you don't respond in time, they're going to someone else, like me, because I have a process in place, right? My goal today is for you guys to figure out how to put process in place to make this happen for you. So after that, they go in, they fill out a form, and then they book a call with you. So now the process is closed, right? We have a closed process. They know that they have a call booked with you, and now we're ready to go, right? And then they have your CRM of choice. So I use Follow Up Boss. You guys can use whatever you want, but then they get drip videos, right? Videos of me. If I've created videos on YouTube talking about down payment assistance, guess what? They're going to get that video. If I have a video that they just came in my funnel, I'm like, hey, thank you so much for, booking a call with me. I'm super excited to talk with you. Maybe you can give them a checklist. Make sure you have these things ready when we talk, right? Again, keep them in your funnel. Keep them in your funnel. And like I said, don't wait to have systems in place. I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt. Okay. Don't wait to put your systems in place, because what ends up happening is you lose people. They fall through the cracks, and then you are missing out on business that you could potentially have. All right. And like I said before, automate everything. You should have automation in your IG, in your Facebook, in your Zapier. You can use Zapier to do this. So Zapier is a tool that allows you to zap information from one place to the next. So like, for instance, with me, I have people still use my Bold Trail website, but then I zap that contact into my Follow Up Boss. So now they get on my drip campaign, and I'm starting to follow up with them that way, right? So, and that's just how I do it. You guys can do it however you like, but as long as you have some type of automation. And then of course, a virtual assistant, it's hit or miss with those. I've had virtual assistants in the past. They really didn't resonate with my audience. So I kind of didn't use those, and I kind of don't do that now. But, to each its own. Sometimes you find a really great one. All right, so this is an example of how to do automation in your Meta Business Suite. How many people know what the Meta Business Suite is and how to do this? Well, at least do you know what the Meta Business Suite is? Put a thumbs up, a smiley face, a fire, or something to let me know, or a yes. Do you know what Meta Business Suite is? Yes, okay. Yes, okay, right. Okay, nope. Okay, Christopher. Yes, no, Lakita. Okay. So Meta Business Suite is basically the back end of what handles Facebook and Instagram. So if you don't have it or don't know what it is, you can just Google Meta Business Suite. And as long as you have a Facebook account or an Instagram account, you'll be able to log into it. And you can automate replies and messages in your DMs straight from here. So this is just an example of automation. So I just put on instant reply in Instagram and in Facebook, so Messenger and Instagram. And basically they'll say something like, thanks for contacting me. I'm not available right now, but if you are ready to get started, please use this link to book a call with me. Something like that, right? But at least you got followed up with. I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot of messages all the time. So I'd like to use as much automation as possible. This is free. You don't have to pay for it. It's already a part of what you have with Facebook and Instagram. So again, go in there today, play around in it so that you can start getting some automation set up. You can even have it set up to where if a person says a particular word, right? So say you post a video and you say, hey, DM me home for more information, and they DM you home, you can set your automation to give them whatever message you were going to give them, so you don't have to do it yourself, right? So again, if we do these things, we're going to help ourselves be successful and keep our clients in our funnel. So play around with this today in the Meta Business Suite, Meta, M-E-T-A, Business Suite, and then try to get some of these things set up for yourself. Okay. All right. So some of my cross-platform tools. So I want you guys to be kind of careful about what tools you're using right now and try to stay in the native apps. I think I've talked about this because being convenient or trying to take the easy way out of posting and engaging is not really going to help you because that doesn't equal clients, right? People can tell, first of all, the algorithm can tell, number one, but people can tell when it's not an authentic post, it's not an authentic person that's responding back. So you let them know, say, hey, especially when you're using automation, say, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. I don't usually answer DMs, but I'd love to help you. Here's the piece of information so you can get in touch with me, right? Be open, honest, and transparent with your clients. They love that more than trying to sugarcoat or act like things are different than what they are, because we're all really busy and we want to make sure that we can put things in place so our clients can get in touch with us. All right, so these are some of my preferred tools. We've got Save Tick. This just allows you to remove the TikTok watermark from when you're posting videos so you can post it to other platforms. Again, that helps with the SEO. CapCut is another one for editing videos. You can use this for the shorts, which are the vertical videos, or YouTube, which is the horizontal videos. We have ManyChat. ManyChat is a pretty cool tool because it allows you to respond in DMs and even in comments to people, and it'll do it automatically. So a lot of times when you see people saying, DM me buy for more information, DM me folder for more information, whatever the case, whatever word you use, ManyChat is going to respond with whatever response you want it to. Again, a paid service, but it will also respond in your comments as well, versus just the automation does only DMs. Okay, Canva, we all know what that is. EXP provides Canva to us free. So if you don't have your account set up for that, I would say go ahead and do that now. That's a great way for you to even do B-roll for YouTube videos. I'm actually, I was editing a YouTube video last night, and yes, I do my own. But I was putting B-roll from Canva into my YouTube video so that it would be more engaging, right? So Canva is a really great tool for things like that. And then InShot is another one that I use for editing long form video. And then Teleprompter. This is called Teleprompter right here. This allows you to have words on the screen. So if you're a nervous person and you can't figure out what you're going to say next, this really helps you stay on track and just read the screen while, of course, using your own personality. And TikTok has its own teleprompter inside of the app now. So TikTok is usually my starting point for all of my content. And then I will take that piece of content and put that on all other platforms. So if you do want to do that as well, you can use the teleprompter that's right inside of TikTok. All right, I'm almost done. Are you guys good? Are you guys learning something today? Can you put some fires in the chat? Give me some energy so I can see, am I on track? Am I doing good? You guys getting something out of this? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm almost done. I know you guys got a ton of questions and I'm running over, but I can talk about this all day long. I apologize, y'all. But I just love this. And I just want people to understand that this can happen for anyone. I'm literally a nobody in the social media space, but I came in authentic. I came in with a purpose and I just stayed consistent. Okay. So I want you guys to just feed off that energy from me, because if I can do it, anybody, I promise you can do it. I'm not anybody special. I was never on social media before any of this. Okay. All right. So paid advertising. People always ask me, should I do paid advertising? Yes or no? No. And the reason why I say that, especially not initially, right? So initially, you want to make sure you understand how to do things first. This is no different than should you hire a TC and you just became a realtor? No, you don't want to hire a TC up front, because then you're not going to know how to do your paperwork and your business. And you can't even tell your TC that they did something wrong because you don't know how to do it, right? We want to learn our things up front, and then we can go back and add these additional tools if we want to. But you don't need paid ads. I literally have never done a paid ad on social media. Never. Okay. And I still get the same traction, engagement, and everything. So if you feel like you need to do a paid ad, it's probably because whatever content you're putting out is not resonating with your audience. Don't waste the money. Let's find a video that hits first, right? Let's create a video that's going to hit. Then we can go back and maybe put a paid ad on that. But we need to figure out how to do this first. All right. Okay. All right. So let's talk about content versus platform really quickly. So there's really no cut and dry answer for this. All I want to tell you guys, and I've said it throughout this whole presentation, is repurpose all of your content every time. Don't try to think for the algorithm. Don't think, oh, Instagram doesn't like this, TikTok likes this, YouTube likes this. We don't know what the algorithm is thinking day to day. I'll be honest with you. It changes every 2 seconds. So your best bet is to post the same exact content to every platform and allow your audience to find you. You don't want to not post a video on Instagram because you didn't think it was going to happen when you could have gotten one client from that. I'm sorry. I'll take one client. Any day. Okay. So don't try to think for the algorithm. Just stay consistent with your branding and your messaging and what's actually going to attract the audience that you're looking for, and just post. I can't reiterate this enough. Just post. I don't care what it is. Everything you're doing every day could be content, but you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it too hard. You're like, oh, but what? I'm not perfect. My hair is not perfect. Like, I don't know. I don't have my clothes on. I've literally done content in my bonnet. Okay. I've done content in my PJs. I do content in the car. I do content in my office. I do wherever I'm at, I'm about to do some content. Okay. And it doesn't matter because people know me. They know my voice now. They know how I look. They know who I am. Right. And that's where you want to be. Just like a music artist. Right. As soon as you hear that song come on the radio, that's Michael Jackson. Okay. That's Tank. That's whoever. Right. Because we know their voice. They created a brand that we know and love. So that's what you want to be. Be the Michael Jackson of real estate content for whatever your niche is, for veterans, okay? For first-time home buyers. Be the Michael Jackson. Because if you're trying to get out there and you're not being consistent, you're competing with a person like me, and I don't let up, okay? I don't let up, even when I'm tired. Now, sometimes I do take a break, but I don't let up. So yes, Lisa, okay, don't overthink. That's right. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it because people value authenticity, especially on social media. If you're coming, you're trying to be perfect, you're trying to be this and that. Imagine that person meets you in person in real life and you're nothing like what you portrayed on social media because you were trying to be this perfect person. That's not going to do well for your brand. So you're better off just coming like you are and creating that content just like that, because that's who they want to meet. They want to meet that authentic person that they see on social media. Exactly, Tracy. Just do it. Okay, so let's talk about viral content framework really quick. And I'm almost wrapping it up. I promise, Mario. I'm sorry. All right, so viral content. This is so important to think about your structure of your content. Yes, it's about being authentic. Yes, it's about being consistent. But there are a couple of things that can help you get going on the algorithm, right? So I want you guys to understand that. So say, for instance, when you're on TikTok or Instagram, I don't know about you guys, but I'm on those apps because I look for content ideas and people are funny on there. Okay. So what makes you stop your scroll? Okay. What is it about the video? Because it had to been the first couple of seconds, because if it's not, you're not going to stay, you're going to scroll. Right. So the hook is the first 5 seconds of the video. If you haven't caught your audience right there at the hook, they're out of there. Okay. So you have to just figure out what's going to catch their attention and keep them there, give them a little value in the middle, and then give them a payoff at the end. So you could have said something like, hey, here's my top 5 ways to buy a house with 0 down. Right. And then maybe you talk about a client that was having an issue with 0 down or bought with 0 down. Then you talk about those ideas of the four types of down payment assistance, right? So exactly, Sonia, I love a funny video. So this is so important to understand that the first 5 seconds, if you don't get that, you're done. You're done. So if you spent the first 5 seconds saying, hey guys, my name is Demeeka Cobb and I do real estate in Florida and Georgia, and I think that was 6 seconds or something, I don't know, but I'm gone. I'm not watching that because I don't want to watch a realtor. I actually just want to be entertained. And if you can successfully entertain me while educating me, I'm sold. I want to buy a house, right? So how can you help people get to that? And I'm not saying that, face content is what works for everybody, right? There's a lot of realtors that do home tour content. But again, what is it in that first 5 seconds of the home tour that's keeping people hooked in? We're hooking them in. Hook. Okay. How are we hooking them in? No matter what type of content you do, same strategy. All right, so here's a checklist of some things that you should always think about whenever you're creating your content. So number one, is there a captivating hook? And I'm going to give you guys some hook ideas in a little bit here, but that's the first 5 seconds. I want you to cut the lows. So if you're in your video and you're talking and you're like, well, yeah, let's cut all that out. We want to have the cuts. Cuts are what makes people pay attention because it's like changing every 2 seconds, right? So even if you recorded a whole long video and you have to go back in and cut these little lows out, that's going to be better, right? Instead of just trying to keep that whole video intact, it's not going to do as well. Next thing, yeah, well, we're cooked. Exactly. Again, possible if it has a payoff at the end of the video, because then it makes people watch to the end. The longer people watch your video, the more you're going to get boosted through the algorithm. These algorithms are all kind of the same. So they push your content out to the first 100 people. If those 100 people watch your video all the way through, they're going to push it to 1,000 people and so on and so forth. But if people don't watch it all the way through, that's why you see people stuck in 200 and 300 view jail. They're so sad and upset about it. But guess what? It's not about the fact that TikTok's not giving you any play. It's because you're not creating content that people want to see. How can we do that, right? Also use relatability. So what is it that your audience is thinking about every day? What is it that your target person is thinking about every day that's keeping them struggling with purchasing a home or selling their home? What is it? And then that's how you can catch them in. So if you just got a foreclosure notice in the mail, this video is for you. Okay, now everybody that's on TikTok, they know, shoot, I just got a foreclosure notice. Let me watch this video, right? We got to be clear and concise about who we're trying to reach here. Is it shareable to a large niche? Yep. Sonia, credit for most. Yep. So if your credit sucks and you're still trying to buy a house, this video is for you, right? See how I'm quickly coming up with these hooks? And it probably you're thinking like, oh man, that was a good hook right there, right? I just came up with them. I've been doing this for a long time. But you have to think from the perspective of what the client is thinking that you're trying to target. And then is it repeatable? So you want to create something that you can constantly repeat over and over again if it starts to work, right? So if you created a face video and it went very well, let's make sure we start to get comfortable with more face videos, right? So shoulder up, let's try to get more comfortable with that because then we have to repeat what people like that we give them. All right. So this will give you an idea of the couple of things that you need inside of your video. So you need clarity, context, and curiosity. So this is one of my particular videos, 5 things future home buyers need to stop doing in 2024. So the clarity is, who am I talking to? Who? So future home buyers, okay? That's who I'm talking to. The context is what am I trying to tell them? I'm trying to tell them what to stop doing, okay? And the curiosity is, okay, I'm a home buyer. What do I need to stop doing? And now it's in 2024. That piques their curiosity. Well, this year will be 2025, right? So what to stop doing in 2025? So now somebody's like, ooh, I want to buy a house this year. What do I need to stop doing, right? And now I've drawn them in. Okay. All right. So we're getting down to it. I promise, guys. We got a couple more slides left. We're going to do some homework. I want you guys to take a screenshot, take a picture of these or whatever. I want you to go and do an audit of your last 10 videos that you posted on TikTok. I don't care if it's Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, whatever. And I want you to look at it from the perspective of what I've told you today and determine what you could have done to improve or include in your video to make it better. Even a hook, right? What could you have done on that whole video to make it better, to make more people pay attention? Last 10 videos. And I want you to take notes on that. And I want you to improve now on your next 10 videos to make sure you don't do those things or you do include the things that were working. Next, homework number 2. These are the hooks that I want you to use in the next week. Remember, you should be posting multiple videos a day, but we got to get that momentum going. You may start with 1 video a day, but let's get that momentum going. Don't let anything in your life, nothing in your life stop you from posting content, okay? Because it doesn't take that long to do. I can literally create a video in 30 seconds, and then I can do a little bit of maybe editing, posting, and then a whole 5 minutes, I've created and posted the video to all platforms. Again, this comes with skill and practice. Everything does, right? A basketball player doesn't get out on the field, on the court, and decide that they know how to shoot free throws and 3-pointers all of a sudden, and they're the perfect basketball player. No, it took practice. Same thing here. You should be treating social media just like it's any other source of lead generation, whether it's door knocking, cold calling, whatever. It should all be treated the same, right? Because this is still a main lead generation source. And if you do it right, it can become your only lead generation source. So here are the hooks. And I want you guys to play along in this just for a minute. I know we're at 8 o'clock, but instead of doing blank, I have another recommendation. What could you put here? Instead of doing blank, I have another recommendation. What could you put here? So for example, I could say, instead of, what could I say? Instead of renting, I have another recommendation. Okay. Anybody got an idea on any of these? Here's a simple hack to help you do what? Yep, renting, exactly. Help you buy a house. Here's a simple hack to help you buy a house. This real estate hack could have, this first-time homebuyer hack could save you $10,000. Okay. Here are 2 signs that you should start saving to buy a home now. Right. Yeah. Okay, I'm good on time. Thanks, Michelle. Yep, Karen, buy a house. Have you seen the news? There's so many things in the news right now that are real estate related that you should be checking the news channels every day. And I don't mean like NBC, ABC. I mean like go on Google Chrome, right? And then kind of see on there what type of news is popping up. I don't know about you guys, but every time I go on Google Chrome, it shows me everything real estate related. I guess I do a lot of real estate things online because that's all I see, right? Exactly, Will. Scrolling Zillow. I like that. Yep. Instead of waiting on the interest rates to fall, let's see how we can get in now. Exactly. So these are things that people want to know about, and you can help them and make it quantifiable. People want to understand the numbers, right? So if you can tell them, instead of waiting on the interest rates to drop, let's figure out how we can save you $200 a month on your mortgage payment by buying down your interest rate with seller concessions, right? So these are all things that we can talk to our clients about so that they can start to understand the process even more, or whatever your type of client is. And then of course I got some ideas here. So if you do tour videos, imagine relocating to Atlanta, Georgia. You just bought your dream home in Atlanta, Georgia, or here's what $500,000 in Atlanta, Georgia gets you, right? So these are just ideas. Again, let's screenshot this, take a picture. If you're on your Mac or whatever, take a picture. That way you have it. And I'm not going to be behind you checking for your homework, right? But this is me trying to give to you guys so you can really start to use social media as a tool that it is to generate business for yourself. All right, homework number 3. I promise I'm not trying to give you guys too much homework. I know we're not in school, okay? But critique, what I want you to do is I want you to record yourself talking for 5 minutes. Use your phone, okay? Record yourself talking for 5 minutes. Just put it right in front of you and talk. I know you're like, Demeeka, why would I need to do that? Okay, so I want you to record yourself talking. I want you to play it back. And I know we all hate to watch ourselves, right? But I want you to look at yourself. Look at your mannerism. Look at your tone. Look at your facial expression. Are you looking silly the whole time? Like, how can we improve how we're presenting ourselves on social media? And I want you to use this 5 minutes and take it as a note, right? So I used to have like permanent RBF. And if you guys know what that is, you know, if you know, you know. I'm not going to say it on here, but I used to have that, right? And every time I post a video, I'd be like, you know, nobody's going to watch that. So I started noticing it in myself, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to get myself together. And it's not that I did it on purpose. It's just how it was, right? So now I can kind of like get my energy level up more so that I can, you know, do my content, you know, because, you know, we're not always like happy every 2 seconds, right? But we have to be able to present ourselves online so we can give off the energy we need to attract the people that we want to attract. Okay. All right. And again, I want you guys not to overthink it. Remember, we are licensed professionals because we went through the tests, we went through the classes, we did all this coursework. So basic information works. You will realize that a lot of people don't even understand what earnest money is. Okay. So something as simple as that is going to help people understand this process. Basic information. Don't try to get this whole elaborate video together before you post something. I don't care if you do real estate vocabulary Fridays, right? That way you're teaching people how to do something. It's something that people are looking forward to. What are you doing that's different than what everybody else in the industry is doing that people are actually going to pay attention to? Okay. Authenticity wins every time. I've said this multiple times. Be authentic when you post, and make sure you are really passionate about the client that you're trying to help, because that's what's going to equal the money. Okay. The energy comes across on the screen. So if you can't appropriately show that you're truly into whatever client it is you're trying to attract, it's going to be very tough for you to get that client and attract them. And then also make the type of content you enjoy. So if you know me already on social media, you know I love to have fun. I do a lot of talking videos where it's like I'm mouthing, lip syncing videos, or I'll do dancing videos, right? I have fun with what I'm doing. So make sure you enjoy what you're doing, because you're going to have to repeat that because people love it. And remember, at the end of the day, you are the expert. And that's the reason why people want to do business with you. And you have to show that online. Remember, even if you don't know anything, you can make yourself seem like you know everything, right? Google is there. It'll tell you everything you want to know, right? All you have to do is educate yourself, and you can educate other people. That's right, Tracy. Post it imperfect. I love that. All right. And then remember, you are the only thing standing in your way. So I hope I gave you guys some content today and some information for you guys to run with and use it to your advantage. Because again, if I can do this, anybody can do this. You're the only one standing in your way. So hopefully you're going to take this back and you're going to act on it in the next. So tomorrow is Wednesday. There's never a later day to post. We can post tonight. We can post tomorrow, but I want you guys to just get active and really start engaging with your audience and start putting that content out there. And that be all. Okay. I had fun. Do we have time for questions? I might have a few minutes. Questions.
Yes, we sure do have
Sorry,
some time
guys,
for
I
questions.
went over totally.
You're
I love talking about this. If you haven't noticed, I truly love to do this. And yeah. And you guys can reach me anytime. If you don't know, I'm with EXP too. So I don't know how many people are here that are not with EXP. I know this is kind of an open forum, but you guys can reach me anytime. I don't communicate on Slack. Okay, I have alert fatigue. If you were ever in the nursing world, you know what alert fatigue is, and I have that from social media. All right.
It happens.
Awesome,
It
guys.
happens.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Demeeka. Thank you. I mean, this was great. I took some good notes here.
Awesome.
We have some comments
This
coming
info was so delicious.
Hello?
Chandria, girl, cut it out. I love that. All right. Am I stuck? Am I frozen? Is it me that's frozen, or is it other people that's frozen?
Can you hear me?
Guys, are y'all here?
I'm here. Dub, do you hear me?
Michelle? Mario?
Yes, she's stuck.
I can hear you. I can hear both of you
Frozen,
guys.
or is everybody else frozen? I'm trying to figure out what's happening here.
No one can hear.
Am I frozen, guys? Oh no. Okay, no, we can hear you. So I don't hear anybody else. I'll stay quiet.
And Demeeka, can you hear me? I mean, I can hear you fine. Michelle.
Yes, I'm here.
What's happening? Well, at least it made it to the end. That's amazing.
I'm here. I don't think she hears us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna take her off stage.
Okay, and put her back on.
Okay.
All right. How about now? Can you hear me now? Nope. Demeeka? I think it's on her end. Unfortunately, well, I was really hoping, let's see if we can get Demeeka back up to answer some of these questions, because I know you guys have a lot of questions for her. I know I do. So, I mean, did you guys get some good gems out of this? Until we deal with our technical issues here, tell me, did you get some good gems out of this? I want you to put reels in the chat if you got something good out of this. I mean, did you not hear her say, we have to have an omnipresence, right? No matter where we are. So which platform do you want to use? It doesn't matter which platform you want to use. Just use one of them and use it consistently. That is what she has said. We have to utilize our platforms consistently, have our branding to be consistent, right? Across all the platforms that we are using. So, you know, I love how she talked about, listen, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? We just need to be authentic and we need to be our genuine self, right? So as long as we're doing that, our tribe will be attracted to us. You know, it's so funny because someone just told me today, literally, they were like, Michelle, you absolutely in person look like your realtor photos and your business card. And now, can you imagine that? I'm like, okay, you're supposed to look like it. And I'm pretty sure you guys understand that not a lot of people do look like their business cards because things are outdated or, you know, nothing is consistent. So make sure, yeah, it's funny, right? Just make sure that you are consistent and you are presenting yourself as your authentic self. You know, women don't put on all these caked on makeup and all this stuff, and then that's not really what you look like on a daily basis or when you go to meet your clients. Be your genuine self. So even if it's not perfect, just get out there. Yes, AI is taking over completely. You guys already know that. AI, I got a little AI avatar and it's super cool. It looks like you, talks like you. I mean, it's the new wave of what's going on. So if you do not have an AI avatar just yet, you are going to be behind if you're not using AI. Let's see if we can get Demeeka back up now. Let's see if we can get Demeeka back up. All right, let's see. Do we have you now?
Am I here?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. I had to get on my phone. I don't know what just happened. Luckily, I made it through the whole presentation.
Oh, okay. That's what. Well, I'm glad you were able to get back on here.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. We have a couple of questions for you, so I want to make sure that some of these questions get answered for the people, okay?
Okay.
All right. So somebody asked here, they asked, how do you get to show up in Google?
Okay, so that's a really great question. So Google is a little bit interesting, but basically what you have to do is you have to have a Google account, first of all, and then you can go in and create what's called a Google Business Panel. And when you do this, basically, so I wish I had my computer open, but if you open like a Google window, for instance, and I can't even do it because my computer's frozen. But if you open a Google window, you'll see a little icon. So if you push the 9 little dots in the corner, okay, there's like 9 little dots, and there's a little icon that looks like a storefront. It's blue and it has like a little ripple awning over it. Okay, so you're going to click that, and that's how you're going to start your Google Business Panel, so you can start getting reviews and things like that. So that would be your starting point.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Google is definitely, having a Google profile is a must-have, right? Because the algorithms pick up on that pretty quickly.
For sure.
Awesome. Awesome. We love it. Let's see. What next question do we have here? How long should each TikTok video be?
Yeah, so I think it depends on the type of content you're doing. So you at least want the video to be 7 seconds or more long. That way the algorithm doesn't think that it's a spam video. But ideally, like if you're looking for wanting to get paid on TikTok, it needs to be over a minute. But I wouldn't worry about that at first. Let's just put the content out there, see what our audience likes, and then we can start to figure out, do the audience really like these short bursts of information, or do they like when I talk on screen? Like, what do they want and how long do they want it? Your audience will really tell you. And your analytics will also tell you. It'll tell you when your audience is online, when is the best time to post. You know, there's a lot of things you can Google that says, hey, these are the best times to post on TikTok. But once you start getting traction, TikTok will tell you specifically to you and your audience.
Does that really make a difference at the time that you post for your audience? Because, you know, sometimes I just post, like you said, just get it out there, you know? And
I would say yes and no. So when you're starting out, I feel like it does make a difference. Once you get to a certain point, it really doesn't. But initially, yes, you want to kind of use the tools. That's why the tools are there, and they reward people that use the tools. So it's best to use them.
Got it. Got it. We love it. We love it. All right. What other questions do we have in the chat? I will go ahead and ask my questions that I have here. You know, you talked about planning out your content, right? And maybe you use Meta, right, to schedule your content.
Yes and no. So I use Meta in the back end just for like automation, not for scheduling.
Got it. Okay. Now, how far in advance do you schedule out your content?
I don't schedule
at all.
No, I will batch content. So I probably have 700 drafts right now in my TikTok videos of content that I can post, but I don't schedule because again, the algorithm rewards you for being authentic and posting in the moment. Scheduling doesn't get rewarded. So I wouldn't recommend that.
Got it. So if I'm hearing this correctly, you're saying do the batch content and then leave it as a draft, right? In your Instagram, for example, or on your Meta. Got it.
Exactly. And you can use one platform to create. So I prefer TikTok. I feel like it's more user friendly. But if you prefer Instagram, that's fine. But you have to have a way to pull it out of that platform and then post it to the other platforms. So, and again, the SEO is the issue, right? So usually in TikTok, I will screen record my videos and then I will post them to the other platforms. Or you could do the save feature that they have in TikTok, but then you have to pull it into another app. And I know this sounds all complicated, but pull it into another app to be able to resave it to get that SEO off the background, and then you can use it to post. So ideally, it may be better for you to just create in like CapCut, for instance, and then you can take that one raw video and post to all the platforms.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, you talked about a lot of tools that you use. You use CapCut. You said you do all your editing yourself. You don't do. So you don't even use a videographer. You just selfie stick with the phone.
Exactly. Yep. All my content is that way. Now, again, if you want to get into more of the fancy house tour video, you may need someone that assists you with that. But authenticity is always going to win every single time. So the perfect videos, there are a lot of people doing those perfect videos. And I would say, I mean, they do decent, but I think the authenticity also does very, very well also.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Like, just get it out there. Stop looking for it to be perfect. I've been taking a page out of your book because I too am an introvert. And I'm like, you want me to get on camera and talk to people?
Right.
But you have to in this market nowadays, you have to, especially with AI taking over, we have to get in front of the camera and do what we have to do. Right. So let's see here. Somebody asked, how many times should you post per day?
I would say at least 3 times a day is going to get you kind of the traction you need. Remember, this is all about teaching the algorithm who to send your content to. So the first 100 pieces of content is just data, information for TikTok or the algorithms to understand who you are and who needs to see your content. So the faster you can get to those 100 posts, the better, right? So if you can do 3 videos a day for the next, what would that be, 35 days or so? Then boom, let's do that so we can get it out, let TikTok understand who you are and move on, right? So that's what I would say.
Now, how do you decide on those days, posting 3 videos for the day? How do you decide what pillars you're going to post that day? Are you posting from all your pillars, or are you staying on topic for a certain pillar on that day with the 3 posts?
Explain the pillar. What do you mean by that?
So, are you doing something entertainment, educational,
okay.
inspiring? Yeah.
So again, I think you have to let your audience tell you what they like. So I don't necessarily worry about that.
Okay.
Right now, we're just talking volume. Let's just get enough out. In this instance, is quantity over quality, right? So we just need to get it out, let the algorithm figure out what they like. And then we can start tweaking in what we want to do and what we like.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna start doing this. You gave us some homework, so I got some homework to do.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. All right, we have another question here. Do you ask people to give you reviews on Google only or on multiple platforms?
I do multiple platforms, but I try to push Google mainly because I feel like that's where most people are going to find you. They got Realtor and they've got homes.com and all the things, and you can tell them, but I feel like sometimes your clients get frustrated with, oh my God, I got to do it on this one and this one and this one and this one. So if I had to pick my poison, right, I'm going with Google every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I do for my clients during the transaction and also at the end, I send them links to all of my platforms, and I say, listen, write me one review, please, 5-star. If I've given you 5-star treatment here, and then you can just copy and paste it to all the other platforms. And I just give them the link, so that they can get it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes all the sense in the world. Okay. Do we have any other questions here in the chat? Any other questions? Someone asked, I'm not sure if you'll be able to do it, but somebody asked if you could show a video. But
I can't even show anything right now because I'm on my phone. I apologize. And my computer is frozen, which is crazy. That's never happened in the history of this Mac. So I don't even know what to do at this point. So we'll say right now, I can't show you.
How about this?
You guys will ask me back and I can use some of these questions to craft my next presentation. I'll be happy to do that.
No, that's awesome. But in the meantime, in between time, just go to our Instagram.
Yeah.
I am Demeeka Cobb. I think every video she does, hits the numbers and are very efficient. So just try it.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other questions? There you go. Do you have a coaching program, Demeeka?
I do. It's my $1 Million Introvert Coaching Program. I will tell you it is on pause right now because like I told you guys, I've been moving. And just trying to get myself together. So it is on pause, but I'd be happy to let Michelle and Mario know when I'm ready to launch that back out. And yeah, I love to have you guys. Again, I love to do this. So it's more of a passion for me. I just love to do it. So I'll let you know.
Yes. And then somebody asked another question about TikTok. What's the name of the app that you use to remove the TikTok watermark?
There are several. So I think Save Tick is one. I think even Tick Save is one. But they have so many. You can just look in the App Store and find them. Again, I would recommend, instead of doing that, use the save feature in TikTok and then use something like InShot or CapCut to just resave it one more time to get that SEO out of the background.
There we go. I think that's all our questions so far. Somebody's asking, tell them how to get in touch with you.
Oh, can we reach out for a one-on-one? Absolutely. I'd be happy to do that. Just text me. My number is 321-414-9500. It's my business number. But just text me and say, hey, I was in the Ben training. And then we can talk about setting it up and I can send you a link or something like that.
Very good. There you go. Ask and you shall receive.
That's right.
How about that? Oh, this was great. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have gotten a lot of gems out of this. Thank you, Demeeka. Thank you. Even past the technical difficulties, we are here and we were able to pull it off successfully. So we are grateful for you coming today, Queen. Hopefully, everybody can start to implement these things. Maybe you'll go viral too. You want to get up to 1 million followers like Demeeka. Stay consistent. She told you she just started this. It's been a handful of years and she's been doing it very well and consistently. That's the key word. Just get it out there. So great training. You've gotten great reviews here, Demeeka. Thank you so much for your time, Queen.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Get out there and post some content.
Well, Well, you guys, we had another successful tribe training today. I hope everyone has gotten the information that they need. That means I'm going to see more content on social media from my realtor friends in the building, right? Just post whatever it is, your daily activities as a realtor, or even your family, just post and give a mixture of posts so that people can really resonate with you and you will attract the audience that you want to work with. That's what the important part is, right? So I think we have had, this is a wrap. We're done. If you guys are coming to EXPCon, I look forward to seeing everybody next week. It is just a great place to network and to meet everybody in person. If you don't have your tickets already, reach out to me. I got 2 more free tickets for someone. So reach out to MBA Realtor, send me a DM, and I'll get you in the building if you're interested. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us today. Ciao for now.